Sometimes I feel like being born in December, I was born to be Holliedazzle, and 10 years on into my burlesque journey, I kind of feel like that's true. I've had such an amazing opportunity to meet so many amazing friends, see so many amazing performances, create all these amazing acts, and have this beautiful creative outlet. My life is so much better for finding this community and having this opportunity, and I'm so, so grateful. So, coming up on this 10-year anniversary, I wanted to do something extra special. I wanted to dig deep and find an act that has been kind of in the bank for these 10 years. Something that I've always wanted to do. Something that I've been meaning to get around to. Something that's just been percolating and brewing. And so I dug really deep. I dug into my childhood, into my upbringing, into my history, into all of my sentimentality. And I have created an act that celebrates all of that. So here's a look behind the scenes at how I did that. So the concept was a Western style act, and I started with these sketches. This one was more preliminary before I actually found the permanent pieces that I was going to use, and this is more of once I knew for sure what those pieces were going to look like and had ordered them. I tried to thrift items and failed miserably. There were a few changes, but this is basically what things ended up looking like. I had an idea of how I wanted to do the shirt and the skirt and things. A few things changed along the way, as you'll see, but this was where I started from. So the song I chose is one that I grew up on. It's called Times A Comin, and it's the earliest memory I have of a Christmas song, and it's also the earliest memory I have of realizing that my name had something to do with Christmas. My dad was a musician. He had a rock band in the 50s called the Cordials, and he also had a bluegrass band called the Echo Mountain Boys. Times A Comin was written by Benjamin Tex Logan and recorded by Bill Monroe in 1951. Bill Monroe is the father of bluegrass. He invented the whole genre. He's a mandolinist, a singer, songwriter, and he recorded Times A Comin' for the first time in 1951. And it's been covered by Johnny Cash, Emmylou Harris, Patti Loveless, Rhonda Vincent, the Oak Ridge Boys. The version I chose is actually a recording by the Good Lovelies. Holly's in the window, homes where the wind... So if you're going to have a Western outfit, you got to have a cowboy hat. And I modeled mine after my dad's cowboy hat. He always wore cowboy hats my whole life, and I modeled this one after the last one that he had. My dad passed away in 2015. And I modeled my cowboy hat as a combination of his last cowboy hat he had, a white one, and the one that I grew up knowing him wear that had a feather decorative band on it. It was more of like a straw-colored hat. So I got this white cowboy hat. I took the band off of it and put this cute poinsettia trim on it. And I actually ended up using the poinsettia trim on a lot of things in the costume. That's something that I tried to do with my costumes, is continue certain elements and themes throughout to kind of tie the whole outfit together. So I created this feather medallion for the hat with the little poinsettia and some different red and green feathers I had in my stash, and put some rhinestones on it, and I think it turned out great. Pigtails, especially pigtail braids, to me always read kind of Western. So I found this really cute red and green wig on Amazon and set about to styling it. I trimmed up the bangs and styled it up into the braids. I had it styled minimally for the photo shoot and recording I did. I actually was able here, you can see kind of how I had it for the photo shoot, but I was able to later, I bought some products and was able to style it even better, and you'll see that in the next clip. but there's the first time I looked at it styled, and I loved it. I was very, very thrilled. I'm not in no way any kind of wig expert, so anytime I'm able to successfully do something with a wig, I feel pretty proud of myself. But here is what I ended up styling it to. So I was able to put kind of a bump in the bangs and rebraid and use some product on it to really seal it in. Like I said before, a lot of this costume I tried like heck to thrift because I really wanted to do that, but I just could not find the pieces that I needed, and I went to multiple thrift stores just desperately trying, and I could not find what I needed. So I ended up going online. I found this great shirt. It's like a sleeveless shirt, and it has like pads in the shoulders, so it's really structured, and I thought that would be perfect for creating this Western style shirt with. So I set it on my mannequin. I kind of sketched out where I wanted the fringe, where I wanted the appliques to go, and started putting it together. I replaced the buttons with snaps and put these cute poinsettia buttons over where the buttons would be. So I always like to, I close up the buttonholes and I put the snap on the other side of where the button would be. And that's how I kind of hide the snaps and make it still look like the shirt is buttoned even when it's not. And like I've seen performers like fumbling with their buttons on stage. It's just, even if you can unbutton it easily, you think, just put snaps on your shirt. Just put snaps on your shirt. You'll thank yourself later. Just put snaps on your shirt. You get shaky, excited performer hands, and fumbling with buttons on stage is not it. So here is some footage of me seeing the whole thing right before I put the appliques and everything on it, but I was really happy. And then I put there's the with the buttons and the appliques and everything, and I did put some rhinestones on it as well. I was really, really happy with how it came out. And I put this cute little ho 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 applique on the back of it as well that I had in my stash from past Christmas clearance shopping. So I think it turned out really great. And the skirt. Now the skirt was another thing that I purchased, and it was where I had to make a decision on a kind of a pivot. So I got the skirt, and oh, it was really tight. It was really tight. Like I could technically button it all the way down, but oh, it was so tight. So I'm putting it on here, and something's happening in my brain. Something's brewing. Thinking, what can I do with this? I kind of dig this. Because I had plans to open it up the front to take it off the whole time. That's why I bought one that buttoned up the front. And I was like, what if I put a buckle in the waist and I line the inside of the skirt and kind of almost turn it into almost like a panel skirt? You could see it right here. What can I do? So I got about to doing that. I got a bunch of glitter dot and lined the inside of the skirt. I put fringe inside the skirt. I used that poinsettia trim again, and I'm really happy with how it came out. I definitely subscribe to the Bob Ross method of art with happy accidents. So this was another happy accident, and I'm really thrilled with how it turned out because it created something really unique and special. And I added some of those poinsettias like I had on the hat. I added some fringe around the pockets, put some trim on it. I had to sew that trim onto the kind of the little wavy part on the bottom of the skirt. And it turned out really cute. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I put some of those poinsettia buttons down the front as well to tie it all in. I really wanted fringed gauntlets for this act, and I was thrilled to find a tutorial right here on YouTube on how to make them. You just open up the seam, turn a pair of gloves or gauntlets inside out, open up the seam, and then you pin and then sew the fringe right into the seam on the glove, and then you have fringed gloves. Like, if I had known how easy that was to do all this time, I would have more fringed gloves in a lot of my acts. So one of those things, the only regret I have is not doing this sooner. But now I know. So every creative endeavor is a lesson. And they turned out really great. I added some stones to them, and I absolutely love them. Oh my god, so great. Expect to see a lot of fringed gloves from me in the future. The idea for the bottoms being cut off shorts actually came from the user review photos on this fringe belt that I bought on Amazon. So I was actually looking at the pictures of people wearing this belt to try to figure out how it went together, and they were all wearing denim shorts with it, and it was so cute. And I was like, oh my god, that's what I'm gonna do for the bottoms. I wanted something that would be like cute and sexy and western and kind of show my butt and be cute. And so I went up into my closet, pulled down a pair of shorts, and cut them off, and they looked great. I love them, and I embellished them up, and they look so cute with the belt. I actually sewed the belt right onto them so that it wouldn't shift while I was dancing, and decorated it with some similar elements to the back of the skirt, and I put some of that trim that I had put on the bottom of the skirt. So again, tying things together to make it all look similar. And I think they turned out really, really cute. And they look so cute with that belt on them. I just love them. Was another happy accident moment. I had ordered a triangle top bikini top, and it didn't come with my order. Some other weird item came with it, and so I was out of luck. So I had to run to the Walmart, get me one of my tried and true $5 t-shirt bras, and in my stash, when I was digging around, I found I had bought these necklaces on clearance, and they light up. And I thought, what can I do? I think I can do something with these. So I stitched them around the perimeter of the bra and stitched the battery banks into a place where I could easily push on them to turn on the necklaces. And suddenly we got a light up bra, which I think is a nice nod to where I take my name from. My name is from a parade that was a light up nighttime parade called the Holliedazzle parade. And so now I've got a light up element in my costume. The one thing I did successfully thrift in my thrifting adventures was the cowboy boots. I found a pair of cowboy boots. They fit perfectly. They felt great. They were pretty worn out, but the soles were really good still. So I cleaned them off, and I got about to painting them with some leather paint, and I was able to customize these really cool boots. I actually modeled them after Christmas boot ornaments that I saw online, because when I googled like Christmas cowboy boots, I didn't really get a lot of hits, but I got these cute glass ornaments, and I actually kind of took the inspiration on how to make them from the glass ornaments. Now you'll see those stars are from that band that I took off of the cowboy hat. I pulled those off, and on the belt, the fringe belt has little stars on the back of it, so I was able to kind of tie some elements together in that regard. I put some holly appliques, the same appliques that are on the collar of the shirt, and I darkened the edges of the appliques with some Sharpie, and then stoned over them, and I really love how they turned out. You can see kind of the difference that stoning makes. Here's with the stones and without the stones, and I really love how they turned out. They look so cute. There's such a unique costume element, and I'm really, really happy with how they turned out. Investing in a Cricut was an amazing win for my pasty making, because now I have this machine that can cut elements when I need them. So I found this holly clip art and loaded it into the Cricut and had it cut these shapes for me. And I mounted the holly onto a drop shape pasty, and I was very, very happy with how these came out. And to see the total full reveal on them, you'll just have to watch to the end of the performance to see how they came out when they were stoned. So I got the whole costume put together and I started to move with it, and I kind of knew where I needed the landmarks to be, where the items needed to come off. But I realized that my normal movement set didn't really go with the aesthetic of this kind of western, country, bluegrass, cowboy thing. So I felt a little lost the first few times I was running it because I didn't know what to do to the music. But thank goodness for YouTube. I swear, you can find anything you need on YouTube. So I pulled up some line dancing and looked at some line dancing lessons, played those, and took some moves from those, and suddenly I had it. YouTube is your friend. Tell you what. So my BFF is a belly dancer, and she found this beautiful space to rent for an hour, and she was shooting some of her like belly dance videos. Her significant other's a videographer, and so she makes these amazing belly dance videos with him. And she said, "Come with me. You can come use this space for the hour alongside of me. We got to be in and out of there quick." And you can do whatever you want, just, kind of stay out of my way while I'm shooting. So I dodged around her and was able to put together something for this video that I didn't anticipate. I did this cool photo shoot as well as was able to film the act in this space. So that is going to be here at the end of the video. So we've seen the whole creation of the act, and now here's the act itself. Enjoy!
Did you hear them bells ringing, bringing joy to all? Hear them singing, when it's snowing I'll be going back to my country home. Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', and I know I'm going home. Snowflakes are falling, my old home's a-calling, tall pines are humming, Christmas time's a-comin'. Can't you hear them bells are ringing, bringing joy to all? Hear them singing, when it's snowing I'll be going back to my country home. Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', and I know I'm going home. Holly's in the window, home's where the wind blows, can't walk for running, Christmas time's a-comin'. Can't you hear them bells are ringing, bringing joy to all? Hear them singing, when it's snowing I'll be going back to my country home. Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', and I know I'm going home. White candles burning, my old heart's a-yearning for the folks at home when Christmas time's a-comin'. Can't you hear them bells are ringing, bringing joy to all? Hear them singing, when it's snowing I'll be going back to my country home. Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', and I know I'm going home. Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', Christmas time's a-comin', and I know I'm going home.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for 10 years of being Holliedazzle. I'm so excited to see what the next 10 years brings.